right now with setting entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, and those seekers and sojourners of truth. I'm just doing a quick little live with you all. Not too long because it's way past the hours of night. About 2 hours ago. Even though I'm facing the sun, I was sitting here soaking up this sun, soaking it up. Happy whatever day this is for you. This is the 30th. Another day out of time. Another day out of time is what I have to say as we're still echoing from the day out of time. And today we have Chiron. Ooh, Chiron. Chiron, the wounded healer. And I'm just going to give y'all a little bit of what I got before I go to bed and turn it all in of what this Chiron is doing in the midst of this out of time, day out of time that we had on the 25th. And then here we are 5 days later experiencing the day out of time. Greetings, greetings. The sun is, oh, I see you, Ezi Yoku. Peace, love, and light. I'm just sharing a little bit of these light codes I was getting maybe about the past hour or so, just sitting in the sun and getting these codes. There's a lot. I've been talking about the day out of time. I've been talking about the soul. I'm not sure how many people are understanding this ascension in time and this type of quote unquote new year experience that's being had, this cosmic new year that is really a cosmic new you, that is giving you a chance to elevate and evolve in this ascension time right now, this particular year that is very pivotal. According to the 3D calendar, it is a universal year of 9, which is spiritual completion. According to the 5D calendar, which we are in 2017, as returning to the alignment of the Mayan calendar and the Ethiopian calendar, it is 2017, and it is a universal year of 10, which is really 1. So for those of us who are aligned with that type of time frame, we are in the new beginnings. And to be honest, this year, as a universal 9 year, is putting a closing to all things, a spiritual closing. People are spiritually elevating, escalating, graduating in their cosmic design for those who choose to go along with their soul's incline. And this experience is here to take us to the next breakthrough of our soul. It is to access those starseed codes that we came here with, specifically speaking to those star seeds. Because see, this is not for everybody. I'm not speaking to the soulless. I'm not speaking to the non-participants, whatever you want to call them, NPCs. There are particular people that need to hear the call of this alignment. Not saying it has to be from me, whether it's from me or others that are like-minded onto your soul's design, that are a part of your soul contract, that are part of your soul group, your soul tribe, your starseed tribe. Let me put it that way, because we use this soul tribe word sometimes a little too loosely, and I'm speaking to the tight-knit starseed group, those who come here with activated Stargate portals, ready to connect to and activate the Christ, and I want to say the Christos consciousness, along with the Sophia consciousness, which is archetypal, right? And a lot of that has been coming online for me to a whole nother degree. I've always talked about the archetypal energy of the divine masculine and the divine feminine as, or parallel or synonymous with the creative activity and the receptive activity, right? As the creative is to masculine, as the creative is to masculine, as the receptive is to feminine. And it is also parallel to the conscious and the subconscious, the ego and the intuition, the Christos and the Sophia. And the Christos and the Sophia is, I would say, is the most, I don't want to say convoluted, but the deepest the most esoteric meaning that we could have of this duality that we look at, that is really a complementary duality that operates in harmony for the goodness of one. And it's like a key that activates our soul codes. So a lot of us are tapping into this deeper esoteric meaning of the Christos and Sophia codes. Look at that as more of the cosmic galactic codes, if you will. The Sophia being the all wisdom information, the feminine energy, the receptive activity. So the receiving end of it, and through receptivity, you are allowed to receive these instructions, and we're unlocking those codes again. We're unlocking those. A lot of us are here as we are guiding in the divine feminine energies. It is to open the pathways for that Sophia archetype to be unlocked or unleashed, so to speak, to the fullness of its capacity, because it has been greatly eclipsed and tucked away by the darkness, by those entities of darkness, over time and throughout time. So as we learn to suspend time, please note to self that when we practice the suspension of time, as in practicing out of time, then we are practicing to unwind, to break from those entities of darkness that chose to put us in an infinite lock through time grids, through false senses of time, such as the Gregorian calendar, which is why I was guided to the 5-dimension calendar, and those others who have been guided to create other calendars. There's no one calendar. And I'm not saying this to boost the calendar. I'm speaking to those that understand to create your own calendar. You don't have to buy this calendar. Create your own calendar, but you got to tap in to the true essence of time. You got to tap into returning to the cosmic origins of time in order to realize that you are your own time machine, that you are a keeper of time, in order to record the true origins of time and be able to be in alignment with that as according to such. And these are some of the things that are happening with this. And I'm taking this time to explain this to you all for those who couldn't make the course. Okay, Spirit is like, because I was wondering why I got on, like why. Spirit is like, all right, give it to them now. For those who did not get a chance to email, to sign on, this is the sign on. You know, I'm going to share with you what has been shared to me that we should be doing in these days while we're walking in the halls of a mentee, as much as I could, because to be honest, there is a small connected group that we can meet, those who follow through and follow up. So we'll go more in depth as we have been working with in the past week. But what I will share with you is what is happening and the things that we can do, how we can align ourselves to these energies and frequencies, and what we're really doing during these times. This is not about spiritual entertainment. This is beyond that. This is a call to the spiritual leaders to take their place, and to do so is to understand that in order to be a spiritual leader, you're not looking at spiritual entertainment. Not that there's anything wrong. Like I said, everyone is where they at, and if they are being entertained by spirit, it means they are opening their consciousness to spirit, and that is good and true. It is still truth, beauty, and goodness. However, to those who are responsible for the ascension of this planet through the ascension of your soul, because we're not saving the planet in that manner without saving yourself. It has to be a self work, soul work. And by more of us reflecting and being these reflections of truth and mirrors of truth, we amplify the light grid, and then henceforth we push the timelines, and then we can help advance the planetary ascension as the soul of this planet. So it is not to come here and save the world and make everybody listen and believe what you're saying. I'm saying this to those who are doing the inner soul work, the intrapersonal soul work, because that is where it starts. And when we unlock these codes, it's imperative that we unlock these codes And just simply going through these portals are not going to just give you the information just like that. Although a lot of us are getting downloads and we're getting bits and pieces. But I'm speaking to those spiritual leaders that have a responsibility to help take this to the next level. We have to be clear of certain distortions, certain karmic soot on the soul. This is the release window that we're in. We're in this manifestation during this time, this next cycle of the moon. Since the new moon, we're manifesting release. We are manifesting knowing how to fine-tune the soul by finding those places in us that are still harboring bits and pieces of distortions from this life as well as previous lives. This is what the Mercury retrograde is helping us to do. It is helping us to go really deep, as it is about communication and travel. It is helping you to have intra communication within yourself. It's not just about communication with others. This is a soul entanglement, so to speak. I want to say untangle. We are untangling within the soul. We're disengaging. We're practicing detachment. And it is by the release, and it is by finding certain karmic imprints in our soul. So the karmic, the retrograde, the Mercury retrograde is really taking us that deep into the soul, interdimensionally traveling into the esoteric depths of our soul to extract, to find what we have come here to find and release it, not just from this lifetime, but across multiple timelines, across multiple lifetimes. It is that expansive and it is that deep. This is how we are able to expand our consciousness. This is how we're traveling. We are time traveling when we do that. When we're crossing the dimensional timelines, going into the depths of our soul, and we are unwiring and removing certain imprints that have been following us over multiple lifetimes, and we're releasing them, finding accountability in this lifetime and healing them across the board. It's a ripple effect. Okay, it is a butterfly effect that is happening through this ripple effect. And it is a major move in your soul when you find these parts of you. It's not to take anything personal. We have to step out of being personal, depersonalize, and step out of the emotions. It's to get a hold of the emotional body, because a lot of us are blocked because we cannot see beyond the emotional mental capacity within our soul. So it is to not have yourself held to any particular outcome while doing this. This is what the Mars in Virgo with our South Node in Virgo was helping us to do, to cut through these shadows of Virgo, which is to hold on to little minute details particular to this timeline. We're being asked to release that so we can see the bigger picture. And so we can look at the bigger picture. Have your arrow pointed like the Sagittarius bow and arrow that is pointing at truth, seekers of truth, seeking at the Sagittarian galactic center, if you will. The Sagittarius points to our galactic center, which is seeking for that truth. Ashe? So this is what we're doing now, and as the leaders who are stepping up and being called, this is for those 144 ascendants, frequency ascendants, and those, as you heard me call before, those 369ers, which are the lifetime, those with the life number 9 by the number of 36 specifically, right? But it's not limited to that. This is the call to those who are feeling the outer body experience, even though you are within your body. You are feeling the time traveling. You are astro traveling within your dreams. You may be awake and you think you're daydreaming, but you're really having a lapse in time. And you're traveling through time. You're understanding that you are the time machine. And this is fourth dimensional experience, to be exact. You are operating in a fourth dimensional way, although we are in 5D. Okay, remember, we don't get rid of these dimensions, we expand them. Just because we're in 5D does not mean we are out of 3D. We expand the third dimension into the fourth and into the fifth. That is the dimensional ascension. Just like 1D, 2D, just like the earth is 2D consciousness. We expand from 2D to 3D. And then we expand from 3D to 4D and so on into the fifth dimension. Some of us who are experiencing this time lapse right now are practicing and experiencing fourth dimensional ascension. And it is through those gifts of fourth dimension. Those are the ones who will be helping to bridge and to be the portals of life, portals of light into others having a window to even see the fifth dimension. Most of you who are stepping into the fifth dimension, let me just be honest, that is because a lot of us who have been pioneering the way have been have been a sacrifice, even because we've been persecuted. We've been going through so much with shadow work, and I'm not saying this and looking for sympathy. I say this with honor because it's an honor to recognize the soul's mission. It's to recognize your soul's transmission. So these pains, these triggers, these things that we've signed up because we chose them when we came into this experience to have a specific recourse in life. So to know that we have advanced this far, the pains, the misery, everything that we have transcended is for such a time as this. And it is through those activities that when we rise like the phoenix after every problem, that we rise out of the ashes, the beauty out of the ashes, is to find the next level of our soul. We've already been practicing that. This time of the year is a time for all to practice it with the help of our alignment with the Sirian star, as we're in the Sirius gateway. And that leads us up now to the rise of the Sirius stars. It's now rising in the east. That puts us in the Lion's Gate. And this energy, this information, our light codes that's being transmitted to all of us here, and it gives all souls and a chance to advance in our soul's ascension. However, let me say this. Those of us who have been practicing it on a regular basis, we don't have to wait till portals and moments like this to do it, because it's already been practiced. But it is amplified during these times. So we have more clearance, put it that way. Your portal of light, as a conduit of light, you are a stronger conduit of light. If you have already been practicing your shadow work and you have been peeling the layers and you have been having accountability across multiple timelines within your soul, you have a clearer channel of the light. So it is even more of an advantage to those who are breaking out. So we're having multiple breakthroughs right now. It's not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. Whatever you may be feeling, this is why I said grounding is the biggest medicine that you can do. Grounding and fasting to help these light codes translate through you. Fast by listening to your body. I can't even give you a particular fast. We got to listen to our body, and whatever your body is saying to do or not to do, listen to it, because the body keeps the score. The body is the one through the nervous system that has to break down all of these light codes. We have to practice metabolizing. Not everyone can metabolize these light codes. That's the difference. So we're being called to this metabolic practice right now, to be able to take in the codes and break them down. And the only way to do that is to release. We have to go into the degree of your release that determines the degree of your light. That determines the degree of what ascension you're moving through. And we need this right now, as the leaders need to step up right now, because the next couple of months are going to be very heavy for the collective. And so those leaders are being called to step up. So if you've been feeling some of these symptoms that you hear me talking about, and you're feeling that shift, you're feeling something saying, I have to leave this job, I have to leave this relationship, it's time to put on your big girl and big boy drawers and leave. It's time to make that step. It's time to take that leap. If you were questioning anything right now and this came across you, I'm here to be that confirmation of truth. Yes, it's time. It's time to let it go, and it's time to release. And don't think about the connection to anyone in this particular lifetime. Think expansive. Expand the view of your consciousness and look at your holistic soul of what you've come here to do. And know that everything that you're going through or have been going through has been here to sharpen you and here to shape you for such a time as this. But we have to be prepared that when it's time to make that call, it's that transmission in life. It is that activation in life. We are being activated. And these are the things that we are talking about, and we have to utilize the cosmic clock that is given to us. So as I said, today Chiron went into retrograde. Remember, Mercury was already in retrograde. So Mercury, during this entire time of the Lion's Gate, because it goes direct on the 11th, right? A day before the close of the Lion's Gate. So everything that we need, Mercury is giving us that to go deep within. So if it's communications, let's say in communication problems in your life, world, and affairs here, you're supposed to be taking whatever you're dealing with now to see how it relates to you at a karmic level, to find the pattern in it. If that's something that is happening for you, don't just look at, oh, this is happening to me now. Oh, it must be Mercury retrograde on a minute level. Expand it to the depths. It's very esoteric. Allow it to take you deep into travels within your soul to see what you are here to behold with that situation. Let it be the key that unlocks you and unlocks the wisdom of Sophia within you. We are all to unlock our next level of expanding the divine feminine energy that is pouring in, is to unlock Sophia, the codes of Sophia. Deeply speaking, Ashe, the more timeless you become, yes. Yep, I already see it. The more timeless you become, the less of the worldly that you are. Exactly. Thank you. This is what this practice is for. The time out of time is to place us back in time, to bring us back into right order in time. But first we have to be able to suspend time. Suspend time means suspend how you hold on to time. Mankind's time that has been programmed within your soul, it is time to deprogram. It doesn't matter what it means or how it looks to anybody else. It is time to deprogram. Just as you see me here practicing time pushing, and it looks crazy to everybody. When I'm going to bed, like I should have been in bed like maybe 2 hours ago. So my bedtime today was about 5 o'clock. So Eastern time. And wake up time was in the night. So, it takes about a week for me to go through this. And whenever spirit brings it up is when I do it. I don't stop it. I don't say, oh no, I can't do this. Nope. I suspend time. I've been practicing the suspension of time for the past 2 years, since 2023. So even coming to this, I wouldn't even say conclusion, to the fullness of it right now as it is being expressed, which is what I'm sharing with you all now, we are to suspend time and to do it with boldness, recognizing that you are time. You are the timekeepers. You take flight at your soul's delight. And this is what we're here to do. And you will find time. You will find divine time when you suspend time, so that you can expand your consciousness. Our consciousness shifts. And that's how we travel through time. Whenever we expand in our consciousness, that's how we travel. That's time traveling right there. It's not just, oh, I expanded my consciousness and I'm still right here. You have shifted in time. Whenever you expand your consciousness, you're pushing the dimensional timelines within your soul, and you're therefore expanding. You're collapsing an old timeline and you're expanding into your new timeline. You're shifting. And just the practice of what I said before, and using the retrograde to tap into the esoteric aspects of your soul, is time traveling back in time, extracting what you need from your past lives, from your cosmic imprint to bring forward what you need to release. Here and now, in the here and now, in this now moment. And everything is a practice in the now moment. You're practicing in the now moment to extract what you need from the past, to set everything present for the future without overthinking the past and the future, without over existing in the past or the future, without holding yourself to a specific outcome in the future. It is simply practicing release. And so this is what we're going real deep within right now to do. What I can give us, what to do, as I said, is fasting to elevate, to help translate, because food is information. So certain foods that you could be putting in could be blocked. They could be blockers. You're either gonna, it's just like, for those who understand psychology and medicine, with medicines that they give you, it can only do either two things. It's either a blocker or it's a release for your neurons, for the neurotransmitters to transmit this information through your neurons. Okay, so we're neurons in time. Get that? And so food is the same thing. The food is going to be like the medicine. It's either going to be a blocker or it's going to release, meaning it's going to allow the release of light, energy, and information through your vessel of time. So the foods that you eat, if they're more processed foods, there are blockers. You want to refrain from that right now during this time, especially if you haven't been used to practicing suspension of time and accessing these light codes to get the most of it. You want to refrain from foods that are blockers, and you want to eat foods that help you release the light. What are those foods? Foods that are light foods, light code foods, which would be fruits and vegetables, first tropic, what do they call it? First tropic foods that get light information first. And you eat those light foods. Drink a lot of water. Natural juices. Remember, the more processed they are, the more they are going to be blockers. So do that during this time. Look deep within your soul, whatever it is. Don't make nothing too small, nothing too big, nothing too small. You can handle it all. Take it in and allow those Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. So today you may be feeling a little bit more heavier with looking into some things because it went retrograde in Aries. Retrograde in Aries, which is a fire sign. And our sun, right where we are now, is a fire sign. So it's trying to where our sun is right now. And it's trying to Mercury, which is in retrograde as well. So it's working hand in hand. It's helping us to remove the unhealed wounds from this lifetime and previous lifetimes that need to be removed. And which is thus, therefore, also helping at a bigger collective level to remove from the collective imprint the unhealed wounds from the age of the ram, which is Aries, the misappropriations from the age of the ram, the misappropriations from the ego, from your individual self. Get you out of the way. Removing that ego out of the way by doing what? Looking at those wounds. Taking a deep look at those unhealed wounds. And Saturn and Neptune being right there. I may talk about that more because there's something to that on the 1st. There's even a code there, 111. They're both in 1 on the 1st of August. And they will be at 1 degree in Aries, in retrograde. So we also have these, you gotta look at the placements because it's the cosmic clock, the tick of the talk on the cosmic clock. And it's really guiding us right now. It is the accountability. And that's what Saturn is doing. It's giving us the accountability. Like, hey, you need to look at something. You need to look at these dreams and aspirations that you might want to look at them and see if they are really dreams or are they illusions. Are you carrying this into some type of illusion? Some people who may be spiritually disillusioned, using spirituality and playing with it. Having these false narratives of spiritual false narratives even, and Saturn is here to chin check that, right? And we have a lot of those in Mars, the Mars energy, where People just want to go, 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 and not slow down and listen to their soul. And walk in this type of pompous spirituality, like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but you're not coherent in your living, in your livity, in your live activity. It's not coherent. Just a lot of talk, a lot of studying, a lot of information being thrown around, but what are you doing when it comes down to it? During this space and time, we should be sitting in nature, connecting through nature, getting the information we need. Suspending from time means suspending from the regular things that you may up and be busybodied about. You know, being busy in the world, being busy at work in a certain way, being busy in people's business, being busy, overly engaging in certain extracurricular activities, you know, just out there having fun just to have fun. And I'm not saying don't enjoy life, but this is a serious matter. No pun intended with the serious star. Ashe. So I share that with you for those who couldn't tap in, couldn't make the meeting. And you see, I'm just out here roughing it because it is woohoo that time. You see, I'm in sleepy eyes mode, but I'm here to give you whatever could come up. Can you be getting, let me see, different instructions for, I think it says fasting in another way. Fasting in another way, like what? Let me see. I'm not getting to fast from foods, but from habits and behaviors. Yes, fasting can also be from behaviors, fasting from things. That's why I said if you're used to going out, what that would look like is, let's say you have a party to go to, someone invited you, but you know what's happening right now, and you know it's time to really meditate and manifest these energies and work with your own personal soul at a personal level. And if you go in these certain arenas, you know what's happening there. You know they are not in your bandwidth. They are not in your frequencies, and it's only going to be a distraction. So we have to make that wise call. This is what I mean by learn how to suspend from time, suspend from these obligations. You may have said, yeah, I'll come, but now you realize, be true to the now moment. What's happening right now? Sirius is in alignment. We're in the Lion's Gateway. It's some serious business going on. So I'm going to have to politely decline. That's what we're looking at, because we have to recognize that as you are elevating, please believe your light is beaming, and the other entities see your light, and they seek desperately to distract you and throw you off course, even for a second. So is it worth it? Is it worth it to make it this far, and then for what, 2 to 3 to 4 hours of fun, throw it all away? Because that's all they need is a moment distraction. And I'm not saying throw it all away like it's the end of the world. You'll still be an elevating soul. It's just that you limit your advantage of receiving these light codes in a certain way. You put the cap on it by doing that. You create the capacity. So divine greetings, Nafisa, greetings. So you put that cap on it. So this is a time, and if anyone else here like have questions, comments, please do throw them out, because that's what the live is for, to converse. That's what I was gonna have the meeting for. So consider this the meeting. For those who have aligned and said yes to your assignment, this is that time. And it's very important that we understand the frequency. Study your natal chart. Look at your natal chart and how they align with where the current planets are in time right now on this current cosmic clock. And seek deeply within your soul how to release, let go of emotional holds. These get backs or these feelings that we have where we got to prove our point, or we're looking for validation. This is what we have to release. Not looking for others to understand you. This is not the time to make people, they don't have to get you. You have to release trying to make them get you. Release trying to make them understand you. This is not about that. Those who will hear the call, they will hear the call and they will know. And they will grow and they will flow and it will show. Everybody can't go. This is one of those times where we got to understand everybody can't go. Ashe, you are exactly right. Peace, love, and light. You are exactly right. Detach, detach, detach. Exactly. And this is why we did the detox to detach. Detach and do your work. And be free. And it's not just going to happen automatically. You have to do your work. You're not just going to, oh, it's the 8-8 Lionsgate. Like the universe is giving out gift bags. Soul gift bags. You're your own gift bag. You have to recognize the time and be willing to be a willing participant, an advanced practitioner. I'm speaking to the advanced practitioners. This is not for everybody, but the advanced practitioners, they know what time it is in advancing your soul. Right? I feel a of joy as you speak to my soul. Ashe, ashe. Let the joy raise the vibrations. It's what we here to do. Raise the frequencies, raise the vibrations. Tap into your soul. Get these soul codes. For those who are, I still make the call. I made the call for today. But this is what I'm sharing with you today. Because as they say, many are called, few are chosen. And we're chosen because we have chosen. Right? But not many have chosen to say, okay, yeah, we gonna go ahead and sign up for today. And I understand it. Everybody maybe, don't have the time to get in. It's not for me. I'm just doing what Spirit shows me to share. And so I'm sharing it with you now, the information that I can share. But there is more. There is an in-depth. There are more downloads. Something else I could say is that from the 2nd, I'm giving you all in advance now, for those who couldn't get it for today, the 2nd of August through the 8th, from the 2nd through the 8th, we're going to be doing an accelerated pace of activation for those who are ready for that next level of ascension. And it's going to be including a detox to detach type of fast that we did. This is what we did last year. Last year around this time, we had just finished our detox to detach, and then we went straight into the Lionsgate. And we were able to have a whole galactic gathering. For some who may know, at what was it, Gathering of the Masters, through Black Magic in Atlanta, there was a huge galactic gathering. It was bigger than I think he even thought of what was happening. Many had come together. Many souls had come together. Some for just that moment. Some are, still now. Like we have a Starseed group that still moves together from that past year. So it really unlocked and made the right connection. Some of you are falling away with others in your lives because it's time to connect with your Starseed tribe. And this is what the others have recognized. If you get in the group, you'll see. They'll let you know, like the moment they let go, then we all found each other on a whole nother level. So it's time to find your Starseed tribes wherever they are and find those lighthouses. Ashe. High Priestess, peace, love, and light. Ooh, I like that she said, I remember. I remember. You remember the gathering? And as you say, remember, I want to remind us that this is a part of the remembering. Whatever is happening now, it's an ascension in time, and it is to activate the remembering for this ascension in time. As we are all having a soul synapsis, the remembering is when we are having this soul synapsis within our time, within our own self, and then between one another there are other soul synapses. As I said, it's like when a neuron connects with another neuron, it's like firing up. It's like the wires are firing, and it's a soul synapsis. And that soul synapsis is the remembering. It is the active participation of being in the remembering, coming out of the forgotten and entering into the remembering. This is a part of our soul's access and our soul ascension. And at this point, at this pivotal point, an ascension in time. And at the end of this activation, for those who do tap in and join in from the 2nd through the 8th, at the end of this activation, we're going to be coming more online, and we're going to get more of it's going to be like a transmission type of activation that is really going to basically place you're going to have more answers, and it's going to place you on that track of what you are now to do. You're going to have more clarity on the next steps and where to brace yourselves and where you are to be stationed within your soul and throughout certain particular places. Maybe physical movements for this forward movement deeper into the 5th dimension. This is a whole nother layer of 5th dimension that is preparing us for the next couple of months. So this is a very serious time to activate through the souls of time. Ashe? And so I've said my piece. It's bedtime. bedtime. I said my piece in light, and I'm going to share with you what I had as I was sitting in the sunlight before it gets any darker. Let's see if I could read it even, because it did get a little darker. A message in time. It says, a butterfly in time is the soul and mind, a transformation through the dimensions of the infinite 9. As the cycles transcend, is the time forgiven to men. There's no linear force that plays beginning or end. It's an infinite existence with the dimensional verse. The expansion in consciousness is the soul's recourse. A time out of time is a time within time, to a time after time as the ascension in time. Ashe. Time. Snaps up. So maybe I'll share that in a description in another video, not the live video. I'll probably write it out and share it in a description to share with you. It's a message in time for us to get on our flex and do what we need to do. So I've shared what I could with you. Write whatever comes to you. If you have any dreams and you're traveling, write them down. If you're feeling yourself slip in out of time, a lot of this, if you're feeling yourself when you go to sleep, you wake up and it's like, dang, where did I go? Your body took the rest, but you was on the move. This may be for you. Those of you who are feeling this suspension in time, you know what I'm talking about. Ashe? So get on the grind in your ascension in time, and email me if this speaks to you, if this resonates. As I said, again, the calendars are a great tool to help you suspend time on a regular basis to unlock out of the infinite gridlock, the infinite lock in the Gregorian calendar that is here to be a big distraction and throw us off of the cosmic origins of time. So if you can, I would say tap into that calendar or create your own if you can. With that said, anything else, you can reach me at akilatextry@gmail.com for any further information. If you're ready for this soul ascension activation for that week from the 2nd through the 8th, email me, send me your natal chart and your life number, your birth date and your natal chart, so I can see what your life number is, and that way I know where to align you, because we're at different levels, so I know where to place you, what group, because we may have two groups, we may have two different groups. So by what spirit is showing me, that is the best way to do it. So if this is for you and you're ready to take that next level, 2nd through the 8th, send in the email at akilatextry@gmail.com, and you can also reach me there for your calendars, or if you want a one-on-one any further from that. So with that said, do I see anything else? Love and light to you, hearts right back at you. Let me turn up the light so I can see what someone else was saying before I go. What do we mean when we say time? Exactly, that's a good question. What do we mean when we say time? What do you mean? You are time. Time is just a construct. It's an illusion, and it's here to keep us in a course within time, because we live in a time-space reality, which is a time within space. And when you go beyond time-space reality, you're in space-time reality. That's where we get in all these codes from the galactic center coming out of space-time reality into our time-space reality. And it slows down. Time slows down. That's why when you get out of the body, you're in light speed. But we are the existence of time. Time is a construct, and it is according to our design and our soul's design, and according to how we hold things in our mind and in our consciousness. That is time. Time after time. So when we realize time is not how mankind put it on the clock, to have some kind of linear force of time, it is very cyclical. It is very dimensional. It's a cyclical spiral, and it goes from dimension to dimension. And we travel through the dimensions, but time is, we're always simultaneously existing, past, present, future, but we have to always live in the now, because the now is the executive branch of time. It is how we execute what we are doing, and how we are existing, and how we are being in time. Thank you for that. If everything is happening at the same time. Oh, I missed that one. Peace. Yes, the space-time continuum. Yes, you know it. We are an extension of the space-time continuum. And when it extends out into these realms, then our extension is the time-space reality that we exist in. Ashe, ashe. Yes, the world stage. I think couldn't see what that said. Let me go back. If everything is happening at once, what is time? Exactly. What is time? What is love? That's what I feel like, that song. What is time? What is love? So when we loosen our grip of time, it's a beautiful time in time. That's why the last part of this poem was just everything about time. As we go into a time out of time, it's a return within time to practice time after time as an ascension in time. Time. It's just a word. We are more than time. We are beyond that. We are infinite beings on an infinite spectrum within time, living within the multiple dimensions of our minds simultaneously, past, present, future. And that's why Mercury retrograde is taking us that deep right now, because you can do it. It's like Mercury is helping us to time travel. It's like, let's go. I'll take you there. It's telling you, I'm going to take you there. I'm going to take you to the depths of your soul. Go with me. And then now Chiron went retrograde and gave Mercury a high five. Tag me in, brother. Tag me in. Here I am. Let's look at these unhealed wounds. They not seeing the unhealed wounds. Tag me in so they could see what they carrying from room to room in the mansions of your soul. Tap in. Ashe. So we can't afford to be shy right now. We can't afford to be shy and not, what's the word? Not looking in the depths of our soul. Like, we got to expand our consciousness and look. Be vulnerable. Be very vulnerable. Stop trying to have a hard edge. You only block yourself. I'm not even going to say too much there, because I'm not talking to the hard heads. I'm really not. I'm not talking to the hard head. If you hard headed and you get this, then crack that head open. But I'm not here to solicit to the hard heads and those who are looking for spiritual entertainment. Continue to be entertained. I'm speaking to the spiritual leaders that it's time to step up your speed to the next level. And we have some tools that's going to help if that is for you, from the 2nd through the 8th. Or we have some tools that's going to take you into that next level of spiritual leadership after you check out of time. First, you got to be bold enough to suspend time. So if you could suspend time, come talk to me. Come see me. I'm talking to those who could suspend time. You can't do that yet, then I'm being honest. You're not quite ready. If you thinking about it and you like, I don't know, if you can't suspend time, if you can't let go of certain things that you've held on to within time, past, present, future, then this is not that time. But if you've been practicing it and you've been feeling it and you've been seeing the shift and you've been seeing the Christos and Sophia energy intertwine come online, that archetypal energy, if you've been seeing it on the horizon and you feel charged with this energy that this is your transmission, then Ashe, you know what to do. hit that email and let's transit together. Let's connect in our galactical field and do what we need to do so we can amplify the light grid, light colonies coming online. Peace, love, and light. High Priestess said, I'll be there. I'll see you. I'll be looking out. So make sure you email at akilatexture@gmail.com. And we'll go from there. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Enjoy this. We got a Kazemi coming up too. So maybe I'll speak to you all about the Mercury Kazemi as it aligns with the sun. Now the sun finna bring it to the outer world and put it in your face. So we gonna talk about that. Ashe. So with that said, love you all. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace, love, and light. Light up on the light grid. 5D, y'all. 5D.